So what is up, you guys? It is Sibo Formities coming at you with another video. Just got done with the training session, and it went pretty well. I did not do the 590, but I still got a PR. I went 580. Things went fairly well. I used a strap on my top set, used the straps, and it was pretty good. Updated my max on Juggernaut AI, and it went really, really well. Did 4 sets of 5 with 250, which was going to be my back downs for Wednesday. So it's my medium bench day. So it's heavy, but it's not too heavy. More around 70 to 75%, but it's RPE based as well. Everything went really well. All the sets felt really good. Just got to work a little bit on my setup, which I am. I like to just, whenever I grab it, I like to just shift it to the easiest position. But if you do that on a combo rack or any kind of rack and you don't have a handoff, you're going to more than likely hit the rack like I do. So you got to kind of like do a laser beam with the bar. So whenever you grab it, you got to bring it down a little bit more and you won't hit the rack as much. That happened with my first 2 sets, but they were still very easy. Like 250, it's technically 253, but 250s never felt like that easy for 5. Like I could have just kept going, and they were slight pauses. Last one is like almost a competition pause. It is a competition pause. It really depends on when the bar goes motionless, whether or not you're going to get that press command. So that's really up to your discretion. It's not really what people think is the head judge's fault. The bar has to be completely motionless. That's why I like the soft touch method and I don't like the sync method. Although I do start to realize, I guess whenever I start to get bigger, I put on body weight, I tend to sink the bar a little bit more in. And so you always got to be careful with that method. The only reason why is there's a rule in the USAPL called heaving, where it's almost like you keep sinking the bar and you can actually double bounce it on accident if you're not careful, and that will count as a no lift or a missed lift. So got to work on that. Got to make sure that whenever you bring your chest up and you just have that slight little touch, you don't want to accidentally double bounce it. The weight could be pretty easy, but you don't want to be called on a technicality of a weight that you should have just been able to get, control, and just barely touch and push up. So everything's been pretty good, man. Everything's pretty competition standard. The only thing that was not was the straps, but I'm holding all my back down sets for at least 1 to 2 seconds, especially that last rep that I do with my rep work. It does kind of feel a little bit hard, especially after a RPE 10 top set. But the point of it is, it's going to get your body used to having a weight that is dragging it down, especially in a fatigue state, that you're just going to be holding it, and what they call an isometric hold. So your body's going to get used to holding a pretty good amount of weight up there. And whenever you taper down, if I'm just thinking scientifically, even those heavy weights, because I was pretty fatigued, I'll be honest, that RPE 10 set took a lot out of me, but it's almost going to mimic that, because at the end of the meet, you've already gone through 6 other lifts. If you're doing everything correctly, you're going to want to actually, pretend like you're bending the bar during your bench. You're going to be gripping pretty tight around the squat bar, and you're just your body's going to be a little bit more fatigued when comes time for deadlift. So the best way to practice in a fatigue state is do your top set and bam, hold it. And that's what I've been doing. My boy reminded me of that, and I was appreciative of him. He's come up in his deadlift a lot, and I'm always looking up to him in the bench, because he benches nearly 500 pounds. So I'm always looking up to him for the bench. I'm just going for 350, and I don't want to go too much up in body weight. Even where I'm at right now, I'll probably cut 10 pounds after this meet, and just try to fill out the 242 completely with my muscle size. But everything's going pretty well. Squats, benches, and deadlifts all feeling really good right now. I'm excited to get back with you guys. Also, this training session, it's a shout out to my boy Teddy. He passed away nearly 2 weeks ago. He had a rough time here. Um, he I gave him some medicine. I was doing everything I could with him to make sure that he could make it, and he unfortunately passed away. I got his urns. His urn, not urns. I got his urn. Got two little paw prints and a little poem. Whenever I went and trained, man, it took everything in me to just take all that emotion and inwardly throw it into myself, and to go and attack this training session, and it went really well. It was for him. He was my boy. He was a street rescue, and I miss him dearly. Um, so this next meet, everything, man, it's gonna be dedicated to him. Uh, I love that. I love that little guy. He was my boy. So if you guys are thinking of Teddy, just you know, give him a shout out, man. Think of him during your training session. He was a good boy. Remember to lift, live, and learn, and to remember to don't take those moments for granted that you have. Continue to train hard. Continue to do life properly. Don't let life do you. Um, and have some goals. Have some things in mind. I love you guys, and hope to see you guys commenting, interacting, and hit me up if you need anything, if you want any pointers on training, or if you'd like me to start programming for you. Going to be investing some of my own money into some apps and get that going. But even if I need to throw an Excel sheet, you tell me what your goals are. You also want to put your injuries, anything that may hinder you from performing as best as you could, you let me know. Or if you just want to get stronger in general or anything like that, bam, I'm taking clients. I want to do that for you, and it's only going to be just starting off $50 a month for online coaching, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Love you guys. Peace.